Brush fire east of Shingle Springs. This is the Bonanza fire, as they've called it, in El Dorado County. We know right now it is burning at least 63 acres. That was given to us, that number, about 20 minutes ago. So things could have changed by this point. No containment. This fire moving in two different directions, but there are some important evacuation orders that you need to know about if you are living in or around this area. The map for you there on your screen, that area is shaded in red. They span from between Chablis Drive to Highway 49 and then north of Gold Country Drive to Crystal Boulevard. This is near Quartz Drive. So again, if you are living in this area, they have an evacuation center already set up at the nearby library. So this is a good time to start collecting your things and leaving now. Let's take a live look there out at some burning vehicles. We know that our Madison Keevy has been at the Bonanza Auto Dismantlers. At our last check, she was saying that there was no connection at that point to that dismantlers auto area, but this could have changed by now. I mean, we know that this fire again is burning with dry brush. It is getting hotter out there. We know in the foothills here, there are a lot of different things that can contribute to making this a very tricky fire. And this auto dismantlers and all of these cars are just one more thing that is making this even more difficult right now as we see those flames actively burning here near Shingle Springs. We are going to continue to track this for you. Again, 63 acres at this time. Live pictures there. We've been watching those water drops being made overhead. So we know they've got ground crews there on the at the fire, and then the overhead we are watching as those fire drops are being made as fire crews really work to get this put out. I mean, you can see just how bad this is going to get if they are unable to stop all of those cars from catching fire. So of course, we're hoping that they get this out. They have those evacuation orders in place. This is still a pretty rural area, but there are homes. Madison Keevy, your reporter there, you see her. She's going to be bringing us, I believe, a live report either coming up or right now. Madison, let's get back to you.
Hey
what
guys,
are you hearing?
hey,
What's the latest?
Hey, Hunter. So this is obviously an active scene. So we're still at Bonanza Auto Dismantlers. I just talked to the son of the owner, and he says that this is all part of their property. They believe that they are being impacted by the fire, not the other way around. And here's why. He said an employee came up here earlier today around the time that this fire started burning and saw this row of cars that you see on the edge of their property on fire. He said his dad, who's owned this business for nearly a decade, was one of the first to jump into action. He says they keep about a dozen fire extinguishers on property just in case, and they started fighting this fire on the cars, trying to put that out with fire extinguishers. This area you can see is on the ridge. He says that there's other homes down there, and again, his father is at the hospital with smoke inhalation because of how close they got to this fire. Obviously, there's 3 engines that are set up on the backside here of this extended part of the property that looks over the ridge, as you can see. And throughout the cars where I'm standing, there's areas that are blackened from where this fire has been put out. You see this car was on fire, now put out, still smoking though. We are being careful and moving in and away from some of these cars because CAL FIRE has told us that throughout the burning of this fire, different cars, as it spreads, have just been exploding, basically. Yeah, I mean, so we are being extremely safe here and moving in and out of the way, but that's the update as we know it now, Hunter.
Madison, I want to ask you this. We can see those fire crews arriving just above you here. If we could pan back up to seeing them arriving and looking at the area. They were just walking over and I guess surveying those cars that are on fire, but I want to get a clear picture here. So you were at Bonanza Auto Dismantlers still. This is that same area that you were at when you spoke to us the first time. They said that they weren't impacted, but now it appears that they are, and that this may have been one of the ground zero areas that fire crews are focused on with putting this fire out, correct?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, as far as, you know, CAL FIRE saying that there were cars on fire, it's the way this property is set up. It's not all one. There's a couple of gates. So there was actually uncertainty until I talked to that employee that this was all the same owner and all the same business. So we've confirmed that with the business that indeed it is, and their employees were some of the first to jump in and start fighting the flames on cars, as you can see at the edge of this ridge.
All right, that is certainly an important clarification there. We heard that somebody is now being treated for smoke inhalation as they tried to put this fire out before crews were able to get there on the scene, but that plume of smoke just appears to be getting darker and bigger. Madison, we appreciate that very important live report there from the scene as those water drops are circling overhead.